Coming up on Healthy Living with Mila. On Dokta Tok, Dr. Sapuri tells us about hypertension and women's health, cooking with Chef Paul from Citi Boutique, a simple exercise routine to follow along with at home, and Mila visits the Bomana Women's Correctional Facility. Let's go see what Dr. Sapuri has for us on Dokta Tok.
Antenatal care is a very important part of women's health. All pregnant women should seek antenatal care because it's designed to pick up complications that can occur in pregnancy, can occur during delivery and after delivery. So the function of the antenatal care is to screen pregnant women and screen the unborn child, run specific tests or ultrasounds, clinical examinations to make sure that the pregnancy is normal and the baby is normal. So that's the purpose of that. The ultimate objective of that is to make sure that we do not put the mother at risk of dying from a complication, and we do not put the baby at risk of suffering from a complication that can lead to fetal demise or baby dying before delivery or complications after delivery. So it's a very important part of women's care. Ideally, in a world where you have everything available, we encourage all women to have antenatal care. In an environment where it may not be easily accessible, we still advise women to make sure they have some form of antenatal care before they deliver. As soon as you fall pregnant or you miss your period, see your doctor as soon as possible. Our experience in Pacific International Hospital is most of our women, as soon as they fall pregnant, they would come and see us within the first couple of weeks after they miss their period, which usually means they get into the hospital by 6 weeks or 8 weeks after they miss their period. In public systems, usually they don't turn up until they're about 20 weeks pregnant, usually. But the sooner you get to see a doctor, it's important to confirm the diagnosis, making sure that the tests are conducted as early as possible, so that the screening process are done to ensure that you do not, as a patient, a particular risk that might put you at risk of delivery complications, and the baby is not at particular risk of any complications during pregnancy and during delivery.
Now, coming to our topic, obesity related, but this time hypertension in pregnancy. Could you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, hypertension in pregnancy is a very common antenatal complication. As you know, in Papua New Guinea, about 6% of women will suffer from a pregnancy-related hypertension complication in pregnancy. Now, hypertension in pregnancy is not due to any underlying pathological condition. Most of them are due to what we call preeclampsia. Preeclampsia is a condition where the blood pressure is raised, usually in women having baby for the first time. And the blood pressure is raised because of the fact that pregnancy itself produces a whole range of hormones that leads to the vasoconstriction that eventually raises the blood pressure. Very common in women having baby for the first time. As I said, 6% of women develop that complications, and when they do, it can cause serious complications to the mother and can also cause serious complications to the baby. When we say hypertension in pregnancy, it's defined as having blood pressure more than 140 or 90 in a normal, in a pregnant woman. And also it's associated with proteinuria, which means the urine's got protein present, and also it's associated with swelling. You notice that a lot of women who are pregnant do get a lot of swelling. Something like 90% of them get swelling during pregnancy. But the ones that are associated with swelling and proteinuria and hypertension is defined as preeclampsia, which is the commonest cause of hypertension in pregnancy. Complication that can arise from that is in women, it can cause the mother to, the serious part of the equation is they can cause them to have a convulsion. That's called eclampsia, where the mother starts to have a fit during pregnancy. The other things that can occur during the pregnancy itself is that the hypertension can cause a whole series of problems to the mother itself. It could be related to kidney problem, it could be related to heart condition, it could be related to endocrine related problem, but all this can cause a significant effect on the mother and also the growth of the baby. What happens is that if a mother is hypertensive in pregnancy, the hypertension can cause the baby to have certain risk of complications. By far, the commonest being the baby not growing very well, so the baby become growth restricted, and when they get not to grow well, they get growth restricted, they will end up with what is called fetal distress. So that's a common complication. Sometimes it becomes so serious that the baby may not be getting enough placental blood supplies, and the placenta becomes thinned out, and blood supply to the baby may not be enough to maintain the life of the baby, and the baby could die in the uterus. So, see, in pregnancy, overweight women with body mass index, when we say body mass index, it defines the degree of obesity. A normal weight body mass index is between 19 and 26, or what is called BMI. If you're between 26 and 29, it's called mild normal obesity. When we get to 30 to 33, then it's, you're obese. When you get above 34, then that's called gross obesity. So the issue that we've seen with women in Papua New Guinea is that dietary changes occur significantly more in the working population in Papua New Guinea. As such, we see more and more overweight women and obese women in Papua New Guinea. And when they do get pregnant, it puts a lot of pressure on a couple of issues. Firstly, they're more likely to get hypertension during pregnancy. They're more likely to develop things such as diabetes during pregnancy, which can cause complications of diabetes. They're more likely to develop fetal-related complication, which is related to the obesity. And they themselves, because of the obesity, are more exposed to other conditions that are associated with obesity. So it's a serious issue for us in Papua New Guinea. We know now that in our population, particularly like in Port Moresby, something like 20% of our population that attend antenatal clinics are in the overweight, obese population. So we do monitor them very closely. Quite often it's very difficult to control weight during pregnancy because you've got to take care of baby and mom during the 9-month period. So usually we manage them to make sure the mother doesn't get complication, the baby doesn't get complication. And then after delivery, then we can manage what we do with the weight after delivery. So it is a serious issue for us in Papua New Guinea. It all boils down to what we eat and drink at the end of the day. You can see that 40 years ago, our populations are usually slim, fit people. In 40 years since independence, now the profile of our population is completely different now. We have more bigger, overweight people than what we were 40 years ago. So it's a lot of challenge to us, and it all boils down to diet, exercise, and making sure that we're doing the right things. But we know a lot of women in this country die. For us at Pacific International Hospital, we are very meticulous about that, and we make sure that our women don't die as a result of any complication. We were very, very fortunate in this case because we were able to save a life. And we've never had any maternal death in this hospital. The last was 15 years ago. So you can see the difference that we are very meticulous about what we do to make sure that nothing goes wrong with our care of our women.
Welcome to Healthy Living with Mila. Once again, it's cooking time. This is all about women's health. Women's health that their blood pressure can be affected from taking all this type of medicine. You have to remember, food is medicine. And medicine is food that will make your body function properly and you stay alive. Women, you have to remember, be cautious of what you put in your mouth, what you drink, and also, of course, the quality and the quantity of those type of food. Here we go again, my wonderful Chef Paul. Thank you so much, Chef. What wonderful to have you again in our Healthy Living with Mila.
Today we're going to cook some healthy food like we always do, Mila.
Perfect.
And we're going to use some king prawns or tiger prawns. What we've got here is citrus. We've got lemon, we've got pomelo,
Yes.
we've got onion, we've got garlic, we've got olive oil. So all of those things are really good for blood pressure. And the prawns will just give us a bit of flavour and make it a really exciting
Yes,
dish to eat as
exactly.
well. So I'm going to do a little trick here with these prawns that you can do at home, and I think people will really enjoy this style.
I would love to see
what
that.
you can do with them. So I've taken the head off. We'll use the head like in something else I'm doing.
Yeah.
Because they're good for soups and
Yes,
stuff. And
exactly.
all the flavour.
Yes.
All the flavour is in the head.
Yes, and
So-
also the nutrients of it
Yes,
is still
yes.
in. Yep, it's in the head.
Beautiful. So what I'm doing, I'm just taking the skin here.
Yes.
But very gently. This is going to be a tricked up version of like garlic prawns, really.
Yep.
Look how much meat comes
Yep.
out of one prawn. Wow,
Yes.
okay. So, what we'll do here is, I'm just going to roughly chop up prawns. To make the-
Prawns, lobster, crab, all those kind of thing. Now that I've seen it, haha.
Seafood as a rule is always really good for you. Easy to digest.
Yes.
It's full of oils, no fats, just great.
Yes.
So what we'll do here is we have the prawn tails in a bowl here, my skins here. I'm just going to add a little bit of flavouring to my prawn meat so it'll, it's like a prawn stuffing really. Now,
And what is that?
this is a little bit of coriander, just a little bit, just to add a little bit of colour. I'm just going to use a bit of spring onion as well, which I'll use some more of this back when I'm making the sauce.
And you know, our topic today is about the hypertension
Yes.
or the blood pressure itself.
I'll just give a little squeeze of lemon.
But
Now-
at home, it doesn't mean that the prawns is good for you. Those people who has a blood pressure problem, you have to minimize it. One or two of this is enough for one meal, and it should only be once or twice a week to sustain, to give that benefits into your body.
Yes, so what we're
Wow.
doing now is just the fiddly bit here. So
Yes.
we've just got the prawn meat here, and I'm
Uh-huh.
just basically putting it back into the shell where we got it from. But it's going to be
That is
it's
excellent.
going to be so much easier to eat and be a little bit fancy as well.
Okay, there you
So,
go.
So it's cooking time now, Mila.
Yes.
Let's check our pans, nice and hot. It's always the same thing. Olive oil in the pan. Now, we can see this happened last time. Really
Yeah.
hot, but prawns here, just
This is what you call a milk pole prawn stuffing salad, eh?
yeah. So I'm just going to put a little bit more olive oil over the top of that. That's off the heat
wow.
now. Now you can cook this, and it'll even be nicer on your barbecue. With this, you've got a little bit more time than when we're
Yes.
cooking fish. So
Yes.
what I'm going to do is just, as soon as the prawns are 75% finished, I'm
Yes.
just going to make a little sauce to go over the top, and then we're going to put our salad into the bowl. So this again is a very quick dish. So I've got some spring onion, tomato,
Okay.
and I'm going to do some garlic here in a second. Garlic being my favourite ingredient.
Oh, yes.
It's by far,
Which chemistry in that garlic that gives your the arteries.
the oils and the chemicals
Yes.
in here. So all of the goodness is going back into making
Yes.
itself. So when
That
you
makes sense.
anything, as soon as anything starts regrowing, the goodness tends to go
Yes.
and puts it all back in. Yeah.
It's full of omega-3 that is good for your heart and good for your blood as well.
So what we're going to do now, Mila, is
Yum.
I'm doing a couple of things here.
Yes.
Just getting some avocado out again, just for a little bit for our salad. This
Okay.
again is really good for the blood pressure top.
Is that the
topic.
way you...
Well, it's a little bit unripe.
Is it?
Yeah, see? There we go.
Yeah, you're right.
So pomelo into here. Really simple. Pomelo, tomato, spring onion, avocado.
Pomelo has a citric acid and potassium, hey?
Yep.
Potassium is good for your blood.
Yeah, pomelo is
Perfect.
super good for you. Kickstart your body.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And back again because of the citrus that
Yeah.
is
Well, my-
content of all these lemon type of citrus fruits. Hey. And why
Yeah.
is that?
Well, if you burn your garlic, everything goes bitter.
That's true.
Yeah, so always, again, now the prawns are pretty much cooked. Just giving them a little bit of oil there. So again, I'll just use We have one secret ingredient over here in the bottle. So that's my salad dressing, really. Lemon juice, olive oil. We'll give a little bit of sea salt.
Keep working, Mike.
Yeah, keep working.
I'll just keep eating.
I can smell that garlic. That garlic's
Oh my God.
Yeah, how good's that? Beautiful.
That is so yummy.
Yeah,
The smell is just amazing.
Off the heat now, and then we'll plate up over here. If you want to shimmy across here with me. 2 prawns each.
Yes.
Again, on your barbecue at
Wow.
home, these will be spectacular.
When I will prepare this to my husband, my God, I will be the beautiful wife.
Lift this dish, and again, we're just going to put a little Nike stripe around the outside, and I think we're good to go.
There you go, guys.
There we go. So,
You know, I feel so sorry for Judah 4 weeks ago. I think we're going to call Judah and
let him have a try.
Yeah,
Okay?
let him have a try.
We'll have a sandwich later.
Yes. Judah, please. Now you have to tell us your verdict. But
Okay.
I know you're not going to see any bad things there, but the beauty, the essence of it. Just look at it.
I was
It's
spilling it on
enticing.
the side, so I'm scared now.
No, is that it? Paul, we can share that, man.
We can try
So,
this one.
yes.
So I think really, we've been cooking. I'm just going to dive my fingers into
Yeah,
here
why not?
and just have a taste.
Don't forget, join me. What are you doing? Join me at Bomana Women's Prison. We're going to meet all these beautiful ladies there. See you after the break. Guess what? We're going to have this exercise together with our beautiful ladies here with me. I love every one of them. That beautiful face. But it's not only exercise on the face, their body as well. They've been sitting and listening to me. Come on, guys. Let's get up. Action. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, lift! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Step here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here you go. 1. Well done. Hey, look at my legs. Aya, you. Open your legs. 1 foot. Yes. And that side. Well done. Excellent. And straight back. Straight back. Yes. Yes. Good one. And bring yourself up and open. And side again. And another side. Yes. And push to the front for your upper back. And then out for your chest. Yay! And shake, and shake, and shake, and shake. There you go. He's stretching with this lady. I can't get over it. Enjoying every minute of it. Hey, ladies. Twist and twist. And there you go, guys. This is how you ladies out there should do. I have a great time chatting with these ladies here, and also getting them to interact. They are exactly like us. They have a different responsibility and duties in this world, the same as what we are in this country. Next. Welcome to Healthy Living with Mila community visit here at Bomana Women's Prison. This is all about what obesity can affect women's health awareness. Come and join me. Follow me.
You must animal, oh brother. You must animal.
In related to healthy living in the prison, exercise-wise, normally most of the time we work in the garden, so we exercise through working in the garden, and we play sports. And about the food, we have a staple diet in here. We normally have a biscuit and tea in the morning, and rice with bully beef in the at lunch, and rice with tin fish in the afternoon. And twice a week we have vegetables, but that's when we have a good harvest in the garden.
Being in prison, it's a very challenging place. But when I first entered prison, because I had a lot of spiritual impartation in me, I come from a Christian family, so that foundation gave me the strength to sustain where I am. So being in prison, facing the challenges around the prison is the thing that reminds me to be healthy and to be fit despite of the food, the environment, is to be positive in mind and to approach every situation without fear, but with drawing strength from God.
Obesity, our topic is about what obesity affects women's health. Women needs to be in partnership with their doctor or health professional by finding your family medical issue or family background. Because some of us, we do not know that our father, our mother, our granddad, our grandma, they suffered hypertension, they suffered heart disease and whatnot. If we talk to our doctor, what's wrong with me, doctor? I'm feeling tired every time. I have a chest, hard breathing, chest pain, and my left arm is numb, my right arm, and the doctor will tell you what's wrong with your inside of your body system. You sabe? That is why we are here to make you aware, to give you that knowledge that each and every one of you should have to have a doctor's relationship, good relationship, medical relationship, okay? And also for you to educate what a health issue is all about. We at the moment, we are all pumping up, okay? We can do things what we want. But there are times that we are feeling dizzy, we are feeling like gastric, we are feeling pain, and we do not know what's happening in our body. If we do not know the health issue, we will not ever thought that something wrong inside you. You sabe? And the last one is for you to have to know your body issue. There you go, guys. I don't want to end this community visit because of this lovely, beautiful, warm heart and talented, intellectual ladies that I encountered today. But of course, we have to end this episode at the moment until we see you again.